So, I think the sound is okay. I double checked it. I also found some while I was watching my little clip from before. I noticed that my video was kind of cut off, or I didn't resize it the correct way. So I apologize about that. So go ahead, and so now we're starting our new round. And we need to see what we can do. We already know that the zombies they're always pretty much at the lowest. You can't roll anything fewer than 2 dice. Your armor can't go anything below, I guess it can't go below 1. And so that means, so with this zombie here, he's already overpowered because he's got multiple heroes in his front arc. So that means that we'll be able to take him out a little bit easier. And that's what I'm going to start working on. So first action, I want to use Rorden. I think I got that right this time. I want to use him. He's going to take a hit at the zombie in front of him. And so he's going to get his 4 combat dice. The skeleton gets 2. But it's going to be at an armor of 1 instead of an armor of 2. So we're doing a little... Oh, no, this is a zombie. So they're already at the lowest. They're already at a combat dice of 2 and armor of 1. So, like I said, we need to do 3 hits on it in order to kill it. Okay. So 1 is discarded. I have a 6, a 4, and a 2. He rolled a 5 and a 3, so all of my dice beat his, so he is gone from the board. Alright, so that finishes the first turn out for Rorden. Flip our first Overlord card. It is not an interrupt, so we can continue on. I'd like to prevent any damage from coming into my wizard here, so I'm going to move my barbarian in front, and he has to stop at that action because he's in the front arc of this one, and he'll do his attack. He gets 5 dice for the attack, and the warrior only gets 2. Now he doesn't have any negatives, nobody's rolling that, so we're going to be discarding any 2s and 1s for my attack. Alright, so I rolled a 1, so that goes away. So I rolled 2 5s, a 4 and a 3. He rolled a 4 and 3, and so it means 4 hits came in, so he's not anything but a pile of dust. That finishes Orloff's turn. So we move our next card over, flip it. It is not a... it's not a interrupt, so we have 2 of our people to go ahead and act. Since we finished the Overlord turn, I forgot to say that these all rotated back up, so they're now available for me to use. We really can't do anything because I blocked myself in with the wizard and the archer. So what I'm going to try to do is cast some spells that do not require line of sight. We have Corrode. I don't want to do that because that's just until the remainder of the round, so that's not going to do me any good. I could cast Brisk Work, which can move... I could actually move him up, but that might give access, so I don't think I'm going to do that. Burn is a major. Flame Bolt does require line of sight. Crystallize... Alright, I think the only thing I'm going to be able to cast is Burn since it's a major. And has a 4 dice. Is it short range? Yes. So short. I can't get anybody. Oh wait, yes I can. I have just enough range to get to the Dwarf Revenant. Might be a waste, but we'll see. I will go ahead and utilize one of my Power 1 energy crystals to give me an extra die. So that will be now 5 dice that we're attacking with. This is a major spell, so we're turning it 90 degrees. Okay, 5 dice. No line of sight required. Dwarf Revenant gets 4 dice. Wow. Wish I could have cast like something on him. Alright, and we need for him, we need at least 2 hits to turn him into a pile of bones. But we ignore anything that's a 3 or lower. Alright. Oh, I rolled good. Alright. 2 6s. 5. I rolled 2 5s, 2 6s, and a 3. The 3 is discarded. He rolled a 6, which beat one of mine, and then a 4, a 2, and a 1. So 3 hits came in on him. 3 hits, that destroys the model. Yes. That helped a ton. You cannot imagine what a pain that would have been if he would have been around. Okay, that finishes the wizard out, which was good. Glad we didn't have a completely wasted turn after blocking him in like that. And then we flip our next card over. It's not an interrupt. How will be? I'm still not wanting my ranger to move. My ranger has good movement of 8. I really want him to stay on that bone pile so I can move these guys ahead a little bit more. All right, I'm going to. I'm just gonna go ahead and not move that turn. So, and then we go and move into the Overlord turn. The Overlord has 2 models on the board. That's all they can act. So this card, we're acting with 3 models, which means that card is going to be useless because we're not going to have any models left to act. The only thing we can do is move into position and attack with both of the archers, and both of the archers are going to be firing at Orloff. There's no other target, so there's no other reason for them not to attack him. First one doesn't even have to move. It can stay as far back as it can and take the shot, so that's what the first one's going to do. They get 3 dice. Orloff gets 5. They're shooting at the wrong guy, but he does have armor of 2, so come on, Orloff, you can do it. Alright, so Orloff has 2. All their shots came in 4, 3, and 3. I rolled a 5, a 4, and a 3 blocked all of the shots that came in. Alright, so now we have our next one here. In order to get line of sight on him, I believe he should have line of sight. That he should not even have to move. He should. Oh, we'll go through this space though. I think those spaces are considered blocked. So in order for him to have line of sight on me, he needs to be in this space, or he needs to move over to here in front of him. Alright, so they have a movement of 4. Can you even make it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, he can make it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Trying to see which is going to be best here. 2, 3, 4. I think if he wants to, 1, 2, 3, he could take a shot from here because he should have an uninterrupted line from here to, yeah, he can take this shot from where he's standing right here. That way I'm not blocking him in. Alright, so with the same 5 dice for Orloff, 2 or 3 for the archer, ignoring 2s and 1s for their shots. He rolled 2 1s for his, so we ignore those. He rolled a 4, but I rolled a 5, a 5, a 4, so definitely block the shots. Alright, that means all models have activated that could. We have no bone piles to raise. So this next Overlord card we can't even do anything with. It's useless. Alright, so we flip Overlord card for this turn's being done. Everybody's reactivated. Burn spell was 45 degrees. Now we need to roll for our cave-ins, possible cave-ins. So hero dice and an Overlord dice. We got a 6 and a 4. No cave-in. But we subtract the 6 and the 4, we have 2, so it's going to move 2 spaces, or 2 zones. I don't know why this is spaces, but 2 zones. So it's going to go from the 1, so then we go to the 2 and the 3. We're going in a clockwise direction, by the way. So 1, 2, so it's going to be on this space right here, where the little L is. So we're going to move that over here, and keep it there. Alright, next turn. Let's see what we want to have happen. We have 2 archers we're going to take care of. I need to free up the spaces. I need to get my ranger moving out, so this is going to be pretty important here. I still like to keep my my guys defended, so I'm going to move Orloff up 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to change his facing to be out here in this his front arc, and I will go ahead and attack with 4 dice. The ranger only gets 2 for combat dice. You get a 5, is that right? Yeah. Now I have to also remember that he has the tough ability, which I can remove a wound, but I don't need to do that. And I also have Frenzy, which is I can re-roll 1 dice that fails to beat the defender's armor. We're ignoring any 2s and 1s. Oh, no, Archer is a 1. We're only ignoring 1s. I rolled a single 1, so I'm going to re-roll that. Now I have a 2. I doubt that he's going to live through this. I got a 6, a 6, a 5, a 3, and a 2. He rolled a 4 and a 1. I think this one was an accident, but even if he did, he still didn't block any of the hits that came in. So this one is gone. So that finishes the turn. So we flip the next. No interrupts. Again, I'd like to get see if I move him, though he's going to be off of a bone pile. The ranger can move 8, right? Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That'd be nice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm standing in front of the store here, and my arc is going to be out in this direction. I'm going to shoot right at that ranger, because I don't like him standing there. And we're going to do 4 dice, and the ranger will get 2 for defense. Sure shot is each time the hero shoots, he may reroll 1 dice that fails to be the defender's armor. So good. Looks like my guys are leveling up. Alright, so we're shooting a ranger. We ignore any 1s. Everything came through. I rolled a 4, a 3, and 2 2s. He rolled a 6, which beat my 6. But 3 of my hits still came in. That means they're gone completely off the map. Alright. Ranger's finished. And then we flip our next card. Oops. Where did that go? Be careful, I'm knocking over pieces here. I don't know where they're supposed to go. Here. Alright, so that was a non-interrupt. We still have 2 to go. We have our dwarf and our wizard. I'm seeing here that we have our guaranteed thing. It's just that that's going to put us right there in line with the dwarf. Or the revenant. Maybe we could try instead. Well, see, it doesn't matter because no matter what door I'm bringing down. Okay, so we're gonna do that. We don't want to move him first. Crap. I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna see how things go. I'm gonna move my wizard up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to cast Break Ward. 45 degrees. Kills this one. So my door's gone. This is this token here. Alright, so now what we have is we have this whole space, or this zone is now all visible to us. I guess we could go over there and get that treasure chest, but man, that's going to require 3 hits. And I'm not hurting yet, so I feel like we're still doing okay. I guess I could bring this up. I might cut here just for a minute to reposition the camera. Okay, let's see. Okay, I had to reposition the camera a little bit down here so you guys had a little better viewpoint of what's going on here. Still trying to decide what's going to be best. We only have... oh, he did activate. And so we got the door open, which was... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not finished with his activation yet. Break Ward was the first one. It's our first minor spell to cast. Our second one is going to be another minor spell. I could use we'll go with the same here. And I'm going to cast Crystallize. It's minor. Let's see what kind of energy crystal I can come up with. Ooh, a 6. Oh man, I love that. That is going to be nice power 3 energy crystal. Oh, we're adding that to my stack. And oh, that's so sweet. Flame Bolt. I need line of sight in order to use it. Now from this to this, I have line of sight on the Revenant. Okay. It's 2 dice magical attack. This one will give me 3. That makes it 5 dice magical attack. I'm going to use that because if I can only do a max of 6 dice attack on somebody. So I can't use the power 3 on my burn spell because that's already a 4. So I'm going to use the Flame Bolt and the power level 3. But before I do that, that was my second minor spell. I actually have one more. I will corrode the Dwarf Revenant, which does not require line of sight, but it doesn't matter. It is minor, so I'm going to throw that token on him. So that's my second spell. My third one is going to be the Flame Bolt, using my power 3 energy crystal. So I'll have 5 dice to attack with. I hope this goes through. I really, really do. And the Revenant gets, remember the Corrode is -1 armor, but he still gets 4 combat dice. And we will be ignoring any he has as an armor of 3, but we brought that down to 2, so we'll be ignoring any 2s and 1s. Okay. So rolled a 6, a 4, and another 4. 2 1s discarded for his armor. And he rolled very poorly, actually. He rolled a 3, a 2, a 2, and a 1. But all of mine beat that. That is 3 hits, which destroys the Revenant off the board. That was beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, so now his activation is done completely. We are going to flip our next card. We have an interrupt with 1 model. The only thing we can do is raise a bone pile. Now, since we've killed a Revenant, I can actually res 1 if we roll the dice. So again, we have 1 2's warrior, 3 4 archer, 5 6 Revenant. Okay, 1, so it's going to be a warrior. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Okay. Now we only have the fighter left, Rorden. He has a movement of 6. What can he do? Oh, I guess I do have more. I'm sorry. I have these. I forgot that these are in my zone. Would I have done that? I would not have done that. That is a no-no. I would have done this. That's what the Overlord would have done. Okay. Rorden can go. He has a movement of 6. He might use haste. He completes his, after the heroes complete his turn, he may immediately make another move. Normal movement rules apply. Okay, so basically he gets double movement. He can move 12 spaces. With 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He may be able to open up that treasure chest, but does he need to? Are we needing anything right now? We still got to get through 2 doors. Probably going to go this way to get through there. I'm going to use my haste potion. After the hero completes his turn, I have to complete my turn all the way. I can't do 2 movements and then attack. Ooh, clever. That card is very cleverly worded. So it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is as far as I can get to that one. I might as well go for it. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to try to open up the chest. At least I won't have a completely wasted turn. So 4 dice. The chest gets 3. And we ignore 3s, 2s, and 1s. Okay. So I rolled very well. I think that was. It doesn't matter anyway. I think I mishandled one when I was picking them up. So 6 got beat, but I rolled 3 other 5s, and that all got beat. So the treasure chest is open, so this ward goes away. Open up that. Let me see which one that is. B. The chest marked B contains 2 healing potions. Alright. Did I... Oh. Did it again. This is not being well prepared, guys. Healing potions. And this is going to go to the one who opened it, which is going to be Rorden. 2 healing potions. I believe those you can use at any time. Hero immediately removes 1 wound counter from his hero card. I should be able to trade this. Give it to somebody during my turn. I just have to be adjacent to them. Okay. I will go ahead and use my haste potion. I'll use the 6 move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, and I'm going to end my turn there, and I can't attack him because I don't have anything left. And that's how we're going to end the phase. So we'll draw our 2 for the Overlord. First one is 3 models are act using the scenario rules. We have 1 that can fight, and actually 4 bone piles to raise. So we're going to take care of the fight first. The skeleton gets 2 combat dice. Rorden gets 4. And he's got an armor of 4, so we'll ignore any skeleton rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4. He rolled 2. So, or 2, 1, sorry. So that we just don't even have to compare anything. So that is finished. So he's done. I'm going to say the other 2 that we're going to do is going to be these 2 right here. We'll have, since we have the Revenant to choose from, 2 archers. I guess we only have 2 archers. Our max... Oh no, we have, they're over here. I had them in the wrong spot. Okay, 1, 2, warrior, 3, 4, archer, 5, 6, Revenant. Ooh. I did not want to roll that. But I did. Rolled a 6. Okay, so next bone pile, let's complete this card out, is a 3, so this is an archer. So we're going to get a little tense in here, guys. Now this card's done, so we're going to move on to our last card, and we're only going to be activating 1 model, and it's going to be a bone pile. So we don't have any more revenants that we can do. We have a max of 1 for raised dead. So 1, 2, 3 is warrior, 4, 5, 6 archer. So now we have another archer. So now we're maxed on the archers. We'll put that right here, closest to the heroes that we can. And Overlord turn's done. Let's see what we got left here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turns left to complete this. Everybody should be back up. All of our spells have recharged. Now we're available to everything, or have everything available to us. The only thing is cave-in. So let's see what's going to happen. Okay, rolled a 6 and a 3. Alright, so that's a difference of 3. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be basically back up to where it was before. Okay. And then we start all over again. I think this is in good position. So we need to get this out of the way, but we also have something at our backs. I don't like that skeleton being there, so I'm going to use my archer to go ahead and take some shots. I do have line of sight. I believe I have a line of sight, yeah. Uninterrupted from here to here. Or I'll use 4 for my ranger. They get 2. And I have sure shot, but we're ignoring anything that's a 1. Or I'll re-roll anything that's a 1. Alright, so they rolled a 4 and a 2. Yeah, 4 and a 2. I rolled 6, a 4, a 3, and a 2. All of my shots came in, so that's 4 hits. This one's gone off the board. And so the ranger's done. Flip our first card. No interrupt. And then we decide who we want to activate next. I can't move. Jeez. What I might do is I might activate the wizard. And his feat is he can cast up to 3 different major spells that may even be cast if they're currently recharging. So 3 major spells. And remember, I've used the house rule. I guess I'm just have to say it's house rule because there's nothing in the rules. A minor spell counts as, or a major spell counts as 2 minor spells. So I should have the ability, if it says 3 major spells, then technically I can do 6 minor spells or any combination of the sort. So if I do like 2 majors, then I can still do 2 minors. So that's the way I've decided to house roll a little bit, because there's just no rules that say against it, and that's kind of how it equals out. And I don't even have 3 major spells, so that would be kind of hard to actually use the full feat for the wizard. So he's not going to do any movement. He's first going to use Crystallize, because I want to see if I can get anything good. Okay, I got a 6. Holy crap hole. That's awesome. Alright, so we're adding a Power 3 Energy Crystal. So Crystallize has been used. I will use the Power 3 Energy Crystal with the Flame Bolt, because it doesn't make any sense to use it with the other. I know that Revenant is going to cause me trouble. So first what I want to do is I want to cast Corrode on the Revenant. Alright, so that's my second minor spell, so that counts as my first major spell used, so I still have 2 major spells to use. I can cast Feet of Stone, which they attack and defend at -1 dice, which would only give him 3 dice to roll. Just wonder if that's going to be too much. I can't use Flame Bolt on him. I don't have line of sight. I'll have to use Burn on him. Okay, these are gonna be my next 2. I'm gonna use Feet of Stone, which is gonna also take him down to -1 dice, and I'm gonna burn him for 4 dice magical attack while using. I guess I'm going to use my Power 3, but I know I'm going to lose 1, but it's worth it to get that Revenant off the board. Alright, so this will be my 4 dice attack for burn plus 2 for the Power 3 Energy Crystals, because I only have a max of 6. And the Revenant is getting -1 armor and -1 dice. So instead of 4 dice, it's only going to be rolling 3, and we're going to be ignoring any 2s and any 1s. Alright, so I rolled a 2 and a 1, so we can get those out of here. I rolled 2 6s, 4 and a 3. He rolled a 6, which negates 1 of mine, but then the other 2s are 3s. So 6, a 4, and a 3, that's 3 hits come in on the Revenant. That destroys the model. Yes! That's exactly what I needed. I mean, that's exactly what I needed. Alright, so we used his feet. That's all done. And now we are going to move on to the Overlord Interrupt. Or let's see if we interrupt. We do. Interrupts with 1 model. We can either raise dead, which I just don't see it doing a whole lot of damage or a whole lot of point. I probably would say that's better saved for the actual Overlord turn, and because I know how good these 2 models are going to act. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fire off the Archer to Rorden here, and he'll get 3 dice. Rorden will defend with 4, and we ignore any 4s and any 1, 2s, 3s, or 4s for the skeleton roll. Okay, skeleton got 2 3s and a 2, so there's no reason to do any comparison. That was the 1 interrupt for the skeleton archers. So now we're going to move back to the heroes. We have just our fighters left to go. Again, he can't move out. He's blocked there. So the only one to really move, well, the only one that can is is Gordon. Sorry. Healing potions. I think for my turn, I'm going to give one of the healing potions since I'm adjacent now to the wizard. I want to make sure that he's set. And I'm going to now attack the skeleton in front of me. So 4 dice, 2 for the skeleton. We ignore any, that's a warrior, so we ignore any 1s and 2s. 4 and a 3 is all I got through. He rolled a 4 and a 5, so none of my hits come through on that. Lucky skeleton. Lucky freaking skeleton. Alright. So I could have swore I had something else, but I guess he didn't have frenzy. Alright, so he's done. Next card, no interrupt. The only thing we do with my warrior, I mean, I don't want to waste the turn, but try to see if maybe I can break down this door. Might help. 5 dice. Door gets 3 dice. And we ignore 1s, 2s, and 3s. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I rolled a 4 and a 5 that all got through, but the door rolled a 4, 5, and a 2, so it blocked my hits. Crappy door. And that finishes all the heroes out. So we're going to pick up 2 cards. First of which, 3 are going to act. So 3 models. We only have 2 on the board plus a bone pile. The bone pile is going to be first up. And rolled a 5. We don't have a revenant on the board, so that means that this one is now revenant. Next up is going to be the attack from the skeleton warrior in front of Rorden. And he is going to get the 4 dice for defense, 2 for the warrior, ignoring 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s. He only rolled 2 3s, so no comparison needs to be done. Next is the archer. It's also going to take a hit at Rorden. So we'll get 3 dice. Rorden gets 4. Again, ignoring 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s. Skeleton rolled 2 3s and a 2, so nothing got through. Tough little turd. That's all the models that could activate. Nothing else can because it's the Overlord's turn, so we just completely ignore this card. Next we flip over our Overlord card for the timer and reset our turn counters. Our 2 majors will get a 45-degree turn, and then our 2 minors will be put back in our hand for use. And then we roll for cave-ins. Okay, so 4 and a 1, 3 is the difference. So we go 1, 2, 3. So the cave-in marker is now here. I don't know, I'd like to see a cave-in. I'm just going to state that. I'd like to see an actual cave-in happen, but not if my guys are standing on the tile. I think it would be kind of neat to have that happen. I have to roll doubles for the cave-in to happen, by the way.